You're here because you want to hide or change your real IP. Let's skip the lecture. I will give you 5 real methods that actually work up front, sorted by what you're trying to do, plus some trusted brands. Also, at the end of the video, I will drop 3 popular methods that are honestly traps. Let's go. I need a quick IP change on my phone, switch to mobile data, or toggle airplane mode on and off. I want daily privacy for everything I do. A reputable paid VPN. I manage multiple accounts for work, and each needs its own IP. Gologin Antidetect browser. I need different IPs for scraping. A proxy provider like floppy data, IP Royal, or Decodo. I need maximum anonymity. Tor browser. Now let's move on to the full breakdown on each of these, how they are used, what they cost, and should you use them. First up, switching to mobile data. Free, instant, and underrated. This is the simplest method on the list, and most people forget or don't know about it. If you're using your phone and you just need a different IP right now and don't care about encryption, disconnect from your Wi-Fi and use your phone's mobile data. And here's another trick most people don't know. If you're already on your mobile connection, turn airplane mode on, wait a few seconds, then turn it off again. Your phone reconnects to the cellular network and your carrier will almost always assign you a brand new IP address. Free, instant, no apps needed. Repeat this as many times as you want. Some people even use this as a super cheap option for mobile proxies. This trick will be useful when you got accidentally IP banned somewhere, you're testing if a website blocked your home IP, your home network is acting up, you're switching between social accounts, and it's also handy for using your phone IP from your laptop. Now, this is not useful when you need real privacy. For better privacy, you will still want at least a VPN. Stay with me for more real solutions. But for a quick, free IP swap, this is unbeatable. Right then, number 2, a reputable paid VPN. The default answer. A VPN is a tunnel. Your traffic goes from your device through an encrypted line to a server somewhere else in the world, and then out to the internet. Websites see the VPN server's IP, not yours. Your ISP does not see your browsing history. VPN is the default answer for about 80% of people because it covers system-wide traffic, not just your browser. Streaming, apps, games, everything runs through it. Modern VPNs using the WireGuard protocol reduce your connection speed by about 5 to 15% on nearby servers, which most people don't notice. Now, which brand to choose? The 3 names you'll see at the top of most credible reviews are NordVPN, ExpressVPN, and ProtonVPN. Pick whichever has servers in the country you need and a price you're happy with. They're all rock solid. Look for a verified no logs policy confirmed by independent audits and a kill switch that blocks traffic if the connection drops. Here's a pro tip that most tutorials skip. After you connect, check if the setup actually works. Visit browserleaks.com. If your real IP, DNS servers, or WebRTC address are leaking, the VPN isn't doing its job. This catches a surprising number of misconfigured setups and cheap VPNs. Now, you probably also expect free VPNs to be mentioned. Here's a note on that. Of course, they do exist, and people will tell you to use them, but be careful. Multiple researchers say that in 2025, 80% of free VPNs embed tracking features, and up to 60% sell user data to third parties. The exception is ProtonVPN's free tier. Audited, no logs, no data cap, and from a Switzerland-based privacy company. If you're going free, that's the only one I trust. Their paid plans are $3 to $12 a month. And of course, as I just said, ProtonVPN has a free tier. Now, number 3, Gologin Antidetect browser. The best for business and work. Here's the scenario most IP hiding videos never cover. You run 3 Amazon stores, or you manage LinkedIn accounts for 5 clients, or you're an affiliate marketer with multiple Facebook ad accounts. Even the best paid VPN is useless here. Because of the encryption, all of your accounts will look like they're coming from the same IP, which is exactly how platforms block accounts. What you actually need is Gologin, an Antidetect browser. Gologin gives each account its own browser profile with a completely unique fingerprint, different screen size, GPU, fonts, time zone, the works. The hardware is combined with a residential proxy, so you're assigning each profile its own IP. From a real home internet connection to any platform, each profile looks like a different person on a different device in a different city. Now about how Gologin changes the IPs. Residential proxies are key here. Unlike data center proxies that VPNs use, residential IPs come from actual home devices, which social media systems trust. Platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Amazon use IP reputation as a major ranking signal for whether to trust your account. Now here's a trade-off though. Gologin is a commercial tool mostly used for business. It's the right answer when you're managing multiple identities for work. Paid plans start from $9 a month, but they also have a free forever tier. And residential proxies are roughly $3 per gigabyte. Number 4, a proxy server. Great for specific tasks. A proxy is a VPN's simpler, faster, transparent cousin. Transparent means this: it changes your IP, but proxies don't encrypt your traffic. You send a request, the proxy forwards it using its own IP, and the response comes back through the same path. Here's where proxies shine: scraping data, checking how a website looks from another country, automating specific tasks, or running something in the background without rerouting your entire system traffic. Browser-level proxies are also way faster than system-level VPNs because there's no encryption overhead. Now, choosing a proxy is not so easy. We've recently done a video review. Basically, in the proxy provider world, everyone is dropping serious claims all the time. Here are 3 decent mid-range providers worth knowing. Floppy data, our favorite option with the best quality for the price. All possible proxy types, pay as you go, starting at $1 per gig with 9 gigabytes minimum purchase. IP Royal, pay as you go pricing, strong reputation in affiliate and SEO communities, easy to set up, moderate price. Decodo, formerly Smart Proxy, a developer-friendly brand with great API, decent price, and it's used by thousands of mid-market teams. Trade-off for proxies: no encryption means your ISP can still see what you're doing unless you use an Antidetect browser, like Gologin for example. Plus, free proxies are almost universally a disaster. Slow, unreliable, logging and selling your data. Stick with paid services from the providers above. Prices start from $1 to $5 per gigabyte depending on the type and provider. Number 5, Tor browser. Maximum anonymity. I saved this one for last because it's the most powerful, the most niche, and of course, the slowest. Before we move on, Tor is most likely a massive overkill if you're here to hide or change your IP. How does that work? Tor routes your traffic through 3 separate encrypted relays, run by volunteers around the world. Each relay only knows one piece of the puzzle. Websites see the exit node's IP, which changes regularly. This is what you want when all other levels of privacy are not enough. It's mostly for journalists and activists. Tor is free, open source, no account required. By the way, we've just had a video on Tor alternatives, so you might want to check that out. Trade-offs for Tor: it's really slow. Streaming and gaming are out. Many websites also block Tor exit nodes, so you'll hit captures or errors, and your ISP can see that you're using Tor, even though they can't see what you're doing with it. For 99% of viewers, one of the first 4 methods will be the right answer. Tor is for when the stakes are high. 3 solutions that you'll see recommended that you should run from: random free VPNs and extensions. Already mentioned, but it's worth its own call out. A 2023 breach of Super VPN, Gecko VPN, and Chat VPN exposed over 21 million user records, and another leak of 7 Hong Kong-based free VPNs dumped more than 1 terabyte of user logs. Services that all marketed no logs policies. Remember, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. Public Wi-Fi as a privacy tool. Yes, you do get a different IP at the coffee shop. You also get other users on the network potentially snooping at your traffic, the network operator logging everything, and vulnerability to evil twin attacks where a fake Wi-Fi network impersonates a real one. Browser incognito or private mode, still one of the most common misconceptions. Incognito mode doesn't hide your IP. It doesn't encrypt your traffic. It doesn't stop your ISP from seeing what you're doing. All it does is stop your local browser from saving history and cookies. Your IP is still completely exposed to every website you visit. This is a feature for hiding browsing from people sharing your computer, not from the internet. Okay, so let's quickly sum it up here. For a free instant swap, mobile data, and airplane mode toggle. For everyday privacy, a reputable paid VPN. For multi-account work, Gologin. For data collection tasks, a proxy service like floppy data or IP Royal. For maximum anonymity, Tor or its alternatives. Pick the method that matches your actual use case, and you're done. If this was useful, please hit that like button, please hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.